I wasn't direct in the right way when I qualified them and asked them, look, if I've got you something, if the salary is X, are you definitely going to go on a plane? Is there any reason for you not to get on the plane? Is there any reason for you not to take this job? Have you got any other offers? Are you seeing any other clients? Blah, 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 blah. And I try and put this in the right way. One of the first questions, especially if you're speaking to a construction manager or project director, QS, whoever it is, have you asked your wife? Have you asked your partner? Et cetera, because I'm sorry to say it, but a lot of people get excited about these sorts of things. A job in Dubai that's 100 and whatever it is grand a year, tax-free, working on the biggest project in the world. But when the actual reality of them moving there comes, it's a completely different ball game.
Has that been by far the most common reason that people have used to be like, James, I'm so sorry.
Yep.
I'm not actually going to be able to accept it.
Yep.
Like my partner's not on board, or actually as a family we don't think it's right for us.
Yep, and even like, the years you do recruitment, you end up being a bit more of a psychologist, I think. You start noticing people's patterns of behaviour and the way they communicate or don't communicate. And that was something that I learned quite early, was when people's communication style with me changed, or the regularity of the communication with me, if they stop talking as much as they would, there's something wrong. And you need to have that conversation with that candidate. So that helped me hugely in many ways, like a baptism of fire in recruitment, of the importance of qualifying people. Because again, I'm not trying to say it's harder. There's just more nuances in getting people to move across the world. There's more variables, there's more moving factors, families, all sorts of different scenarios that can come up, that you have to have that conversation from the first call. So any candidate after that moment of frustration where people kept letting me down, and I had dropouts, I started to instill that from the early days of, are you 100% sure you're going to get on the plane? I also started setting boundaries with candidates very early, that this is how I work. So I'm going to be representing you, speaking to my clients, blah, 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 blah. I need you to tell me if you've got another interview. I need you to tell me if you've got another offer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you're going to get complete, full transparency, honesty, and trust from me. But I need that from you, or I can't work together with you. If you're 1% unsure, go away, speak to your partner, and then come and actually call me when you're 100% committed. And that was a game changer for me. And I still do that today.